A lot of people talking about they want to do the Kawhi thing. Kawhi. I do it. I'll make it happen. You know, and they willing to compromise their future for Kawhi. And you got to understand, once you trade those assets, whether it's a pick or two pick, which I don't think he worth all of that, to be honest. I don't think he worth that. You know, 2 picks, a LeVert, a Hollins, a Stu, whatever the deal is. I don't think he worth that. One, I've said this in my previous videos, he don't want to be here. So when you have a person who don't want to be here, you know what I'm saying, who don't want to be here, that's another problem. And you can say, well, he want to be here. Okay, this is a guy that, you know, he gets in the playoffs when they need him the most, and he's nowhere to be found. I mean, he's injured at the most important times. So can you guarantee that, you know, hey, you got enough to get you through the regular season, load manage him, you got enough to get you through the regular season, you willing to say, hey, if I'm going to go all in on Kawhi Leonard, we going to get a championship? You got to ask yourself that. Obviously, you will keep Durant, you will keep Asar, you will have Cade, you will have Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? It's like, after that, you know, do you have enough? You probably keep Duncan, you probably Jenkins. It's like, do you have enough? And that's the $1 million question. That's the $1 million question. You know, do you have enough? And if he get injured, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You threw away capital. You threw away players for a guy that you knew was damaged goods. You don't just wake up, you know, and just say, oh, I'm healthy now. And man, it's a countdown to I wouldn't hitch my way. It'd have to be a team-friendly deal. I'm not paying high market value for Kawhi Leonard, knowing his history. And one can say, well, CJ, what about Kyrie? One thing about Kyrie is, you know, he's been injured here and there and had his issues, but he's been there. He's played in series. He's been fairly healthy. He just played in the final with Kawhi. It was a stretch where he missed in the season. There was a stretch where he got injured right when they was cooking somebody in the playoffs. It was the Denver Nuggets, and he got injured. It's been a lot of misfortune. And also, I don't think I'm playing above market value for Kyrie Irving either. I like them picking up that Yaxel guy. And then going to figure out, outside of that, moving up for Yaxel Lindenberg, and then figuring out what we're going to do at, you know, outside of, will a Beasley come back and we get a Norman Powell, or we get a Monk, or we get Levine. You know what I'm saying? Even if you was to hit your wagon to a Devin Booker. Even if you were to hit your wagon to a Devin Booker. It's like, yeah, you giving up all this cap space. You're going to give up hella capital. If you don't win it, it's a failure. It's a failure if you don't win it. It's a failure. You know? It's a failure. So, you know, it's a question to be had. I'll do it. Like, okay, what's the window? Trying to win in the next 2 years? You gonna give up this year pick, next year pick, some guys? Is it the Kawhi's just been so not dependable. Then he didn't want to be in San Antonio, he wanted to be right there in LA. So can you get confirmation he want to be here? And then if he does want to be here, I mean, the great question is, okay, where we at after that? Can he stay? Can you win enough games? Y'all get to the playoffs, can he stay healthy? It's just a lot of questions to be had. If I'm going to give up that type of capital, you know what I'm saying? I probably want to get somebody else. If I'm going to do that, shit, I might as well get Giannis and just figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I might as well get Giannis to figure it out. I might as well, you know, Look at one of those a little bit younger names. Maybe Orlando willing to give up Franz. I know he ain't been healthy, but just throwing some names out there. So I get it. I definitely understand where everybody mindset at. Like, let's just get it done now. I get it. I definitely do, but 34 years old, injury history, if you don't want to be there, you're not going to get a great version of him. It's interesting. Very interesting. So, I mean, me personally, I wouldn't be like I said, I'm open-minded. I wouldn't be horribly mad if they did it. But boy, you in the win now mode, and whoever you give up, like Ron, you better hope you don't develop into something great and y'all don't win it. Sometimes it's an even swap, but me personally, I like the idea of getting Yaxel Lindenberg. I like the idea of, then going out there, and I might be in the minority looking at a Malik Monk or looking at a Zach LaVine, looking at one of those other guards to get DeJounte Murray, De'Aaron Fox. I don't know about Fox, but somebody else. LaVine on that 1-year deal. Jesus Christ, bro. That's what I'm kind of thinking about. Food truck gone over there. He said, I can get no money over here. And still keeping my young guys. But people are like, oh, man, these guys ain't going to develop. And what you waiting on them to develop for? You can win now. And I get it. I definitely get it. But, when you ahead of schedule like that, I kind of see where Dog coming at it from. His point of view. I really do see where he coming. His point of view is where he coming at. As far as like, going, some of these guys going to get somebody and win now. And maybe you just don't bank on these guys developing and give up on them. But you gotta, when you talking about 34, 35, you better strike. The more you give up and you don't win, it sets you back. That's my thing. If I'm a strike, I'm gonna get somebody younger. And I get the issue with talking about Zach LaVine. Well, he ain't won. Duncan Robinson ain't never played defense like he played here. That motherfucker out there playing hellified defense. He playing hellified defense. I think you put him in this situation, tell him go score. You're going to hustle up on defense. I think you take a lot out of Cade Cunningham. Now, the issue with that is if, he win, y'all win with him, and, he look good this year, shit, that $50 million probably going to be up. He going to stay at that 49 above that 49 or above. If he come to Detroit and has success, and most of these guys, they don't look at it as, well, I have success here. It's a perfect fit. They got to get to that chicken. They want that money, and you can't blame them. Beasley came here and had great success. He was smart enough to stay here, but obviously, some things happened with him. So, whatever. The other day, I was checking my air conditioning. It wasn't coming on. I'm like, damn, air conditioning out. I had it on heat. I was like, hot diggity dog. So, but yeah, man, it's it's all interesting and stuff like that, bro. It's all very interesting, man. So, but yeah, I get people wanting it, but at what cost? At what cost? I get Trey Murphy, Lauri Markkanen, younger guys you can build with, and I understand getting an elder statesman. I get that. Getting an elder statesman, getting y'all over the hump. But it's still going to continue, whether Kawhi here or not, a lot of this still going to be contingent on getting more shooting and development. You still banking on Duren to develop. You still banking on Asar to develop. You still banking on Cade to still develop. There's a lot left in that gas tank. Development is the key word for the day. You still banking on development. You still banking on development. So I understand, yeah. Regardless. But I get it. People want to win now. You see an opportunity, you know. So I hear people say, "Hey, yo, I'm not mad at it. Hey, I'm not mad going to get Kobe White. I've been a Kobe White fan. Check the card archive. All you gotta do is put my channel name in and put the name in Kobe White, Jared Goff, and you'll see where I stand. I ain't gonna lie, that piece of PC gotta look good. I'm hungry. You know. So yeah, when I look at these things, man, I love Kobe White. I've been saying, remember y'all was saying Killian was better than Kobe White? Maybe y'all was trolling me in the comment section. You know, but yeah, that's just my opinion on it. But maybe I'll talk about Kobe White. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all for blessing me with your viewership. Thumbs up the video, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon button, the whole 9. Peace.